Right. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to make candy-coated popcorn and candy-coated pretzel sticks, all right? So you can make these for any occasion. Of course, we're talking about Easter. So what I've done is I've used our stack cooker, and this is the 3-quart base of the stack cooker with the cover. And all you're going to do is you're going to put about 1/4 of a cup of popcorn kernels. Okay, so you can just buy, they're super inexpensive. You can buy organic if you want to. You can buy white, you can buy yellow. It does not matter. It's whatever you want. You're going to pour the kernels into the bottom, the 3-quart of your stack cooker. Now here's the kicker. You're not going to put anything else. You're not going to put butter. You're not going to put oil. You're not going to be salt. You're not going to put anything in there except for a little 1/4 of a cup. You know, you're going to try to cover the bottom of your stack cooker. Guess what? If you put too many kernels, you're just going to have leftover kernels that didn't pop. If you don't put enough, you're just not going to have as much popcorn as you wanted. You cannot mess this up, so I don't want you to get too hung up on the measurements. I usually just dump them in and cover the bottom, and I'm good. You're going to put your cover, the cover over the stack cooker, okay? I will never forget the day that I had a customer call me and say, my popcorn went all over the microwave. And I'm like, you got to cover it. Even I know that, right? So cover your stack cooker. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this, it's going to look just like this with your popcorn kernels in the bottom, in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on your microwave. It's just like anything. You're just going to listen for the popcorn kernels to stop popping. When they stop popping, guess what? They're done, okay? You're going to let it sit, and then you're going to open it up, and you're going to have beautiful, freshly cooked, beautiful, healthy popcorn. Okay. Now, again, you don't want to add any oil to this. If you do, you take the chance of cracking the bottom of your stack cooker, because what are microwaves attracted to? Oil, very quickly. So the more oil that's sitting in the bottom of your stack cooker, the more microwaves that are going to be attracted there, and you possibly could burn your popcorn as well. I don't add anything to it. You're going to have beautiful popcorn. Now, I don't know if you guys may have saw me earlier when someone was talking. All I did was take my popcorn out and put it into a bowl, and then the kernels that were not popped, I dumped those in the trash, okay? Because we don't want those in our popcorn, because that'll hurt your teeth and all that kind of good stuff. And then to save some dirty dishes, I put it right back into my 3-quart stack cooker. And now I'm going to take my chocolate. I took our micro pitcher set that's got the 1 cup and the 2 cup, and I melted 3 pieces of the bark chocolate, the almond bark chocolate. I melted 3 pieces in the micro pitcher set. Chocolate melts very, very quickly. 3 pieces in my microwave melts in about a minute. And then I'm going to take that chocolate and I'm going to pour it over my popcorn. Now, one thing I will warn you guys, if you've never melted chocolate in the microwave, is it does not change its shape. So what I mean by that is after a minute, you could open the microwave and look inside of there, and it still looks like a square. Whereas that's not true, because it just has not changed its form. So as soon as you touch it with your spatula, you'll see that it is melted. So all I'm going to do is take my spatula, and I'm just going to stir this around until I get it nice and coated. If you have it in a bigger bowl, you can put your top on it and you can shake it around. You could pass it around at a party, let everybody kind of shake it. If you're going to do it like I'm doing it now, you just want to be careful with your spatula, or even when you're shaking it, that you don't tear your popcorn up too much. You don't want to cause it to be broken up into little bitty tiny pieces. All right, so now that we've got all that popcorn coated, I'm going to take our silicone rimmed baking sheet. I do have it on a hard baking sheet here, and all I'm going to do is pour the melted chocolate popcorn over onto my form. And while it's still wet, we're going to press it out and kind of coat it all the way around. Okay. And then the fun part is we're going to take, while it's wet, you got to do this while the chocolate is still wet. We're going to take some really cute Easter sprinkles, and we're just going to sprinkle it all around. And then we're also going to, because my popcorn doesn't have any salt or butter or anything like that on it, we want our popcorn to have a salt, sweet taste. So I'm going to take some salt, and while the popcorn is still wet, we're going to sprinkle some really nice salt all over our popcorn so it gets into that chocolate. And then we're even going to take some different sprinkles. So you can use all kinds of colored sprinkles, yellow, blue, pink, any Easter kind that you want. You just got to make sure that you do it while it's still wet, okay? Because that's going to get sprinkles, all the sprinkles stick. Now I'm going to let this sit, and once it dries and hardens, it's going to be in one big clump. All I'm going to do a really spring color, that's the bowl, and I'm going to get it into pieces and fill the bowl, and we've got some beautiful candy coated Easter popcorn, okay? So the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to take our 1 3/4 quart, and I'm going to take 4 pieces of white chocolate again, and I'm going to put it in the microwave. And I'm going to do it for about a minute 20, and I'm going to take our bar pan this time. Of course, you can use the other one if you want to, but if you're doing this, like Shauna said, if you're trying to do like a cooking class by Zoom, people love to watch cooking demonstrations. They watch cooking shows. There's even a whole food network about cooking shows, right, on cable. So it's very in high demand. And so people love learning about new recipes. They love learning little tricks about chocolate and how microwaves work, kind of like what Teresa posted about Judy's question on the egg and the little green ring. If you want to Google those kind of things and know about some of the tips and things before going into a demonstration, and you can give people ideas, they love, love, love that knowledge. So our silicone forms are made of 100% silicone. No fillers. There's no fiberglass involved, which a lot of silicones on the market in other companies are fillers with fiberglass, which is not unheard of, but ours are super, super special because they're 100% silicone. They can go in the dishwasher, they can go in the microwave, they can go in the freezer, and they can even go in the oven. So when you're talking about those, you want to advertise, kind of like Inky said, she's going to be doing product knowledge on her training. That's huge because we need to know all of those great key features so you guys can kind of see how my chocolate looks there. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys how to do now is pretzel sticks, pretzel rods. And of course, we're incorporating all of the stack cooker pieces in. I'm going to use the cover and I'll show you how. So I'm going to melt my chocolate. I did that 4 squares on a minute 20. Now, you want your chocolate thinned. All right, so this is a little thick for what I'm about to do. So I'm going to add some olive oil. And I'm just going to drizzle that in. You can add any kind of oil to your chocolates to thin your chocolate, whether it's olive oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, it doesn't matter. It's usually not ever going to change the taste of your chocolate. Of course, if you add a whole bunch, it might, but see how much thinner that chocolate is than what it was to begin with. And that's what I really want for my pretzel rods. Okay, so you're going to take a pretzel rod. All right. And you're going to take your melted chocolate. Now, this is kind of important. This is how I like to do it. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to get it really nice and coated. And then I'm just going to twist my pretzel rod all along that spatula. Okay. Instead of trying to dip my pretzel rod into the chocolate, which is kind of hard because the pretzel rod is so long, I'm just going to dip it around like that and roll it on my spatula. Now, another little tip is I'm going to use my cover to put my sprinkles on so I don't lose all my sprinkles, okay? So this is one of my favorite sprinkles. I got these I think I got them at H-E-B. I might have got them at Walmart. But see how many sprinkles that are not staying on my pretzel stick? I would have wasted all of those if I had not done it over my cover. But if you guys can see that, it looks like rock candy. It is beautiful. It's one of my favorite ones. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to set it on my silicone form so it will not stick. So let me show you one more cute one that you can do. Now you can also melt dark chocolate in your micro pitcher set, and you can drizzle dark chocolate with a citrus peeler all over your, I'm going to do this one in there so I don't mix my sprinkles. You can drizzle dark chocolate over these sticks and make them look kind of like zebra popcorn and zebra candy. So they turn out really cute. But doing your sprinkles over a clean bowl. Do not do them over. At my cooking classes, I watch people do it over their chocolate. Well, now you're just putting sprinkles in your chocolate and they're not going to be any good. So there you go. That one's completely coated with all of the sprinkles. It looks like something you buy at a candy store for $5. And these are super inexpensive to make, super cute. You can put them in really cute. These are Sean and Jordan's favorite. This is what they're getting in their Easter baskets because they love these. You can take little Easter treat bags and put 2 or 3 of them in there with the stem, the dried part not dipped in chocolate sticking up, so they grab them. Super, super cute. You can make a little bouquet of pretzel sticks for Easter decorated. So that's my Easter tips to you guys, and I chose to make these tonight so I can eat them. So thank you, Judy.